It's lovely meeting you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Congratulations. What a year for Marvel Studios.
Thank you.
Incredible.
It was pretty amazing.
Pretty amazing. Tremendous. How do you feel finishing such a year?
It feels good. It feels good. I mean, we've worked so long and hard bringing Captain Marvel to the screen, bringing Endgame, obviously, and the Infinity Saga to a conclusion. Our Spider-Man Far From Home film, which was such an important arrangement for us to bring Spider-Man into the MCU. And that all three of them were received so well by the audiences, and that Endgame, in particular, has succeeded so well.
That must be so rewarding. That must, I mean, Endgame,
It was a relief. We've worked on that movie for almost 5 years, and put everything we had into it. And the expectations were very high. Sometimes expectations can get so high that they cannot be reached. And in the case of Endgame, they were surpassed. So that was amazing.
What's your favorite sequence of all movies, all times? I mean, if you would have to, you know, think about the one that you always dream about, what would that be?
Well, I mean, talking about Endgame, and most specifically, the one where everybody arrives behind Captain America.
Incredible.
And Captain America is standing there, beaten up, has no chance of winning against Thanos and his army, but of course he keeps going, and then he hears a little radio voice on your left, and the portals open and everybody comes out. Even when that had zero special effects and we were working on it, and it was just green screens and actors on wooden platforms running towards camera, it was emotional. And sitting in a theater around the world with audiences seeing that same emotion that we had on the set was one of the very best moments of my career.
Do you have a favorite movie in the Infinity Saga?
It's very hard for me to say that. I love them all. We put so much effort and so much creativity and care into each and every one of them that they're all very special. But really, the first Avengers, the first Iron Man, the first Guardians, the ones that keep growing and evolving the MCU, all leading up, of course, to Endgame.
And what do you think Stan Lee would think about all this, that it's going on?
Well, all I can tell you is what he's told me over the years, and what he always did was our biggest cheerleader and our biggest fan, and he was always supportive of everything that we did, and would say things like he'd never dreamed of seeing his characters like this. And the cameos. We all will miss the cameos very much.
Definitely.
Because he was so proud of those cameos to an amazing extent. And I said, Stan, you created the characters. And
Right.
he'd go, yeah, but the cameos. And he's very much missed.
What's the biggest memory you have with him? Special moment that you know you treasure in your heart?
There's so many of them, but him coming to set to shoot his cameos, even early on, even before Marvel Studios, on some of the earlier Marvel films, it would be a holiday. And one day we were on set, he had come to shoot that day, and at lunch we turn around and the crew's gone. There's no crew anywhere. And I said, where'd everybody go? They had all gone to the local comic book shop down the street to buy comics and come back, and Stan signed every single one of them.
What was that for? Do you remember?
I do remember that was for Tim Story's Fantastic Four many, many years ago.